Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another Final Fantasy Prevexes video, and we're on the first step here on all the units that you probably should have pulled for. But now we gotta start looking at them a little bit harder because now their categories are a lot more important on global than they were on JP, although categories in general are important. But there's a certain category that he's missing. I mean, he could be added to it eventually, but CW Fire is not on here. So that already lowers his value quite a bit compared to how he should be, and so let's get into the rest of his kit. But yeah, no CW Fire here at all. Should have been there since the beginning, but it is what it is. His own vision card is very good, but EX3, so I'm not even gonna worry about it right now. 150% amp, only EX2, so you gotta work hard for that. You gotta work hard for your Neovisions, guys. And then he has like some filler chaining that I've used myself, like this, and it's just like kind of like filler to wait for your SLB to be activated, pretty much. And he has 8 times cap, so that's very nice. And he has that 100 times mod boost thing. He has the fire imbue, so that's pretty good. And it's funny that we're talking about them at the same time. Emeralda on the JP version and Locke now. Emeralda has 1000% for this leader skill. That just came out, and we're now just getting a global 750%. So it is what it is on that in that sense, guys. But it's a good leader skill, but Emeralda already has a higher one, so if you care about those kind of things, you might want to wait if you care about this this category. But if you don't, then Locke is probably going to be a good leader for you, I guess. But remember, he's not under CW Fire leader skill, or just category in general, I mean. And his leader skill didn't even buff for CW Fire or anything like that, which was very surprising. His damage, of course, is going to be very high. 45% throwing opponent or dagger in peril. That's just really strong. I mean, plus the high modifiers that he has, 650 times. Very nice, under 8 times cap, that's going to be quite strong. So with that being said, he's very good. But now that we know what we know, is he going to be as good in the future? Well, probably still going to be good. His LB kind of holds him back by being, not as good. His base LB is just not very good. It's basically, if you have 2 of them, at least you can chain a little bit with them. It actually does do a little tiny bit of damage. But other than that, He's good, he's great, but he's not amazing. There's kind of a difference, I suppose. And now that we know Neovision Plus is coming, these kind of units are going to fall a little bit unless they get buffed, and this guy did not get buffed, which is still surprising to me that they didn't buff him. But yeah, he's good. I'll give him an 8 out of 10. I think I'm judging him a lot more harshly because of all the things that we know now in hindsight. On the GB version, we didn't know that Neovision Plus was coming out in a few months, so we thought this guy was probably gonna be one of the best for a while, and he pretty much was. He pretty much was, but yeah. I'm gonna give him an 8. I think that's fair in the grand scope of things. When it comes to saving, I think this is the time to save, unless you are saving for this guy. But I think now is the time to save. And when we have Galuf here, and his categories also does not include anything regarding CW or in any of that regard. So he does have True Brave Shift, which is always going to be good, right? That's always going to be a good thing. And then he has the usual JP breaks and decent enough, and he also has a field effect. Funnily enough, again, and we're mentioning the JP side several times in this video, but LA's crowns just came out, and her field effects are 50% for those elements, plus more on her Brave Shift LB. So this is already feeling not as good anymore. I mean, it's still pretty good, but it's just like, we already have more. We have better in a few months, if those upgrades come to global. That is, wink wink. We gotta talk about that soon. There's some things we gotta talk about, guys. I'm not so much in this video, but there's some things going on in FFBE that we really need to talk about. So if you want to see that video, me talking about certain things in FFBE, let me know in the comment section down below. Do hashtag yes do it in the comment section down below if you want to see that kind of a video. Anyways, in his ratio form he has 150% amp, which is very good. His damage in this ratio form is not bad for a breaker. It's not bad for a breaker, 70 times of course. I mean, he's a breaker, so he's not going to have the 120 or anything like that. It's not bad. 35% katana, it's not bad. For a breaker to swap over to doing damage as well, it's just not that bad. He has 150% amp, so I mean, even if his modifiers are lower, you're not expecting him to be the #1 damage dealer, but he will do damage. So that is good. I think he's better. I honestly feel like he's better than Locke in terms of value. Like if you want to take away the damage part, but you also kind of want to put it in, but it's kind of like not the biggest factor. I feel like Galuf is the most value because he's a breaker and a damage dealer all in one. Plus he has those field effects and things like that, so I wish these were for one ally and himself, because they've done that before. Like if you imbue an ally, you can imbue yourself at the same time or something like that, but not the case in this regard. That's okay. And his base LB has those. It's basically the same as Satan's. His crown upgrade. It's almost the exact same. It's almost the exact same, which is funny. Alright, so Galuf is going to get an 8.5 out of 10. That's pretty decent, I suppose. I think he has a little bit more value. Locke is, of course, going to be the better damage dealer, but it's not always, you know, the best thing to look for. If you already got Hayu, there really is no reason, unfortunately, to pull for Locke because he didn't get any buffs, and also he's not in any global categories. I feel like that's the biggest problem with Locke right now in global. Eventually, they may add him to something. They've been adding random characters sometimes to certain things, and maybe in the future he'll be added, but you can't really go off that. You have to pull for the here and now, and the here and now I think is to save. Even if I gave Galuf good praises, maybe you'll get him on the video summon, maybe you'll get him an off-banner summon eventually, EX ticket summon, those purple tickets, or anything of that regard. Maybe you'll get him in the future some random other way, instead of just pulling for him. Because right now we're all hurting for Lapis. We all just pulled for Hayu, most of us did. We all pulled for Frost Veritas, most of us did. And so now we're kind of just like, we want to get some more Lapis, guys. We want some more Lapis Gumi. Not the replica stuff. We don't want any of that. So, overall, this is a skip banner. I mean, that's pretty obvious. I'm trying to guide you into the skip category. Even if you were intending on summoning, you might want to reconsider. That's all I'm trying to say. You get your Lapis in the end. But I'm just trying to help you reconsider your motives here. Alright, so again, let me know in the comment section down below if you want me to make that video talking about certain things. There will definitely be a discussion regarding the Neovision Plus rates. That I don't need any of your help on, but if you want the other video, let me know in the comment section down below. I'll see you guys in the next video, and I'll also see you in the comment section. Peace.